So in this tutorial, we will create image slider. So like this. So this is very simple. This mainly targeted for really JavaScript beginners. So for this mini project, mainly we will change the image using two navigation buttons, like previous button right here, and so this is previous button, this is next button. So when we click next button, we will move to another image. So when we click previous button, we move to back, we move to be back. So okay, so this friendly saying, here's these kinds of features can be created by an AI, but I want to do ourselves because we can do ourselves way better for our logical thinking and for our critical thinking. So that's why I choose this mini projects. Okay, so let's start it. Okay, so firstly I will run this program. I also already write HTML. So the meaning is that we have to write our JavaScript codes. So right here I will run this program. We open like live server. So currently we are not afforded to click any button because it doesn't work. This is the initial image and default image. So for this program, so firstly we have to create a JavaScript file. So I will give brain.js. Okay, so for the brain.js, I will connect with this HTML. So I will use script tab right here, script tab, and we have to use src that defining brain.js. Okay, so for this program I already write the algorithm, so we follow the algorithm step by step. So okay, right here, so the first step is we initialize an image array. So within that array we will keep these three URLs. These are three URLs for three images. So for using this, we we make it select all images, right? So for this first step, we create this array. So because these three images are located in image folder, right? So for those three images, we will need to create an array. So I use URLs. So using URLs, we move to one another, right? So okay, within JavaScript file, we create an image array. So this is the first step we already done right here. So the second step we check and further. Okay, we check further. So that second step we will create an index, because here the firstly we create an array. So within an array there are items. So there are items. To track those items we have to use index. So index, for example, if index is 0, the initial point is 0. So index is 0, we get this image. If index is 1, we get this image. If index 2, we get this image like this. So for those images we need to track. So for the bot to be tracked, we need to create an index. So how we gonna create an index? We will declare an index. So okay, so we will declare an index right here. Okay, I will give that name this current image index. So index can be always changed. That's why we cannot use const keyword. So this is gonna be the problem. So that's why we use let keyword, because it can be changed. So okay, I will create this one. So each value, the four values, is starting value is 0. Okay, so this is the second step. So we finish and we check the third step. So the third step we will select on elements. So how we check the elements? So how we select? So for this mini projects we have to select these three elements. We have two buttons, we have one image element. So for those three elements we will have to use document get element by ID. So for this button is the ID is previous button. For this button is the ID is next button. Okay, so for this image, ID is slider image. So firstly I will select this image element. So right here So I will get current slider image. I will get this variable name, so it's easy to remember. So document.get element by ID, I will use this. Okay, next two things are navigation burden, navigation BUTD burden. Okay, right here. So current equal to, I will create this BDN. Okay, so document we use document get element by ID. So here's we check in. So this is previous BDN, this is next BDN. So right here for the next BDN, so we have to write next BDN. So and the remaining burden is pre BDN. Okay. So for this BDN document get element by ID, this is gonna be pre BDN. Okay. So okay, we check algorithm again. So we finished for third step, sorry. So for the full stat, so we create a fashion because we need to change image associate attribute. So for that feature, we had to create a fashion. So for the fashion name, we get a change image. So we create a fashion right here after the slider image. So current the fashion name is this. So I will use Aerosys fashion. It doesn't matter. You can use conventional in fashion style. So okay. So right here we change the image SRC attribute, right? So for that, so we will have to change the SRC attribute, right? So right here we change SRC. So slider image.src we had to be changed. So for the image is located in the image folder. That's why I had to locate like this. So what from images array we had to access. So right here. So through using current image index, we will access those value, those images, right? So okay, sorry. Okay, that's it. So we will check the fifth step. So okay, so for number 5, so for every single burden, it has the click event. So when every single click gain event, we had to listen that event. So for that, we listen those events. So when we click this BDN add event listener, event's gonna be click. So for that, so during that one, we will call change image fashion. Okay, this is for the next BDN. Previous BDN add event listener click. So when click even occurs, so we call this fashion again change image fashion. So okay, we check algorithm. So here the main thing is very important. You had to recognize, you had to notice that we had to modify, we had to update the current image index, because every single click for the next burden we have to be added +1. So when we click the previous burden, we have to subtract by -1, right? So okay, so for that, so we had to modify the current image index. So when we click the next burden, we will add 1. So when we click the previous burden, we will subtract 1. So after clicking, this current image index values has changed. So that's why those values we need to pass as an argument right here, and also this argument right here. So okay, so this is an argument. So when we pass the argument, we have to receive that argument by that fashion. So here we have to write parameter. So we use that parameter right here. So that's why we cannot use double quotes. Instead, we have to use single quote. So single quote. So here the parameter is a kind of variable. So that's why we have to use $sign right here. So we had to use $sign right here. Okay, so we checked our program again. So okay, yeah, we can be moved, we can be back. So here is the problem, because this is the first, this is the second, this is the third. So we just only had 3 images. So when we click for the full image, we don't have. So that's why empty images appear. So and also here, this is the latest image. So when we click the previous button, it's gonna be empty image. So this is a problem. So how we solve this problem? So here, when we modified our current image index, we have to check this value. Okay. So current image index is equal to image length, image array's length is the latest item. So it's equal to image array length minus 1. We go to the starting point. So if current image index equal to image length minus 1, we go to the initial point is 0. If not, we will give current image index plus 1. Okay, so we check again. So next, we go to the first, because this is the first folder, first image. So this is second, this is third. So when we click the next button, it will go back to the initial point. So it is good for it's already right for the next button. So now we have to think about for the previous button. So here also, if current image index is equal to the initial point 0, we will go to image array length minus. This is the latest item. This is the latest image. We go to the latest image. If not, current image index, we will subtract by 1. So here we check. Okay, so it works right here. So everything's okay. So we finished the program. So for this program, we already write simply. We see the algorithms, because the current image index at 0, we set the last index. We go to the last index. If the current image index is the last index, we go to the first index as 0. So I think you understand our program. So for this program, so I will use JavaScript minify. So I will compress this fashion. So I will use another file, brain dot. I will create brain.me.js. Okay, right here I will paste it. So we finish. I think you understand what I'm explaining. This is very simple. So we can do ourselves. This is good for our thinking, our critical thinking. So sorry, our logical thinking. So I think this is very helpful for you guys. So don't forget to subscribe our channel, my channel, and also to be share. Okay, see you in the next tutorial.